Hello guys and welcome here. My name is Yassine. In today's video we are going to talk about Microsoft Word and have a quick tutorial about this topic. And once again, this video is really a basic introduction to Microsoft Word. So really going to talk about the basics of this amazing application and how you can use it on a daily basis, or if you have any work that you need to do with it, well, typing work, you'll be able to use it after that. So let's start. So when you open up Microsoft Word, the first page that you will have appeared will be this page right here. So if we want to start with the basics, we want to go inside of the File tab that is just here, and we're going to start with how you can open up a new document. So to open up a new document, you just click here on the blank document part. So you can click on it, and here you will have a blank new document that will appear. What's also interesting with Microsoft Word is that you can have various templates. So here, for example, you have different templates that appear already. But if we click on more templates, you will have pretty much all the templates that exist on Microsoft Word. So here, for example, a really popular one will be the resume. So if you want to make a resume for work or whatever. Also cover letters, they have cover letters as well, like this one right here is a good cover letter. So you have pretty much all types of templates of things that you can create on Microsoft Word. So let's check them out. So as you can see here, we have different categories. So if you want to create, I don't know, let's say a letter, so we have different templates of letters that will appear right here. Well, resume, cover letters. So let's select one of them. Let's take, well, this one. It's pretty much my favorite. You will have it appear like this. Then you just click on create, and you will have a new document that will be generated where you will be able to, well, to modify pretty much all of it. So here you have the name that you can change, the title, the company, pretty much everything that you need to change. You will be able to change it and modify it well, for your needs. So this is a really cool thing that Microsoft Word offers. Now let's continue. Now, if you want to save your document, you can simply click on the button right here. If you want to save it in a certain part of your computer, you can click on the button right here to save as, and you'll be able to save it somewhere on the computer. Here you will have all the recent well, documents that you have opened. So as you can see here, all my recent documents are right there. Now let's continue. If we come back to this page right here and start the part where we can write on Microsoft Word. So pretty simple. The first thing, well, Word is used basically to write stuff. So let's write some text. So let's say, hello, this is text that we are writing. Great, so right now we have a small little text that we have written. Let's say we want to change the style of this text. It's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be right here. Well, the font of the text, it's going to be right here. So you can just select the text that you want to change the font of. Let's say we only want to change the font of the hello part right here. So we can go there and change it from Aptos to Times New Roman. So now here, this is Times New Roman, and this one is Aptos. So let's make it a little bit more, well, so you will be able to see it. Let's make it this one right here. So as you can see, it's pretty different. So this one is this font right there. There is a little bit complicated to read. And there is this one that is Aptos. So this is pretty much what you can do, well, how you can change the font of your text. So we'll just bring it back to normal. Now let's say I want to make my text bold. So this one, this part of the text right here, let's say I want to make it bold. So I will just go here and click on it, and I'll be able to make it bold. Also, if I want to make it an italic, I can go here, click there. If I want to add an underline, I can go here and click right there. And as you can see here, we have our text that that has appeared. So we'll just take all this off. Now what's also cool is that when you bring, for example, your cursor right here, what you will be you'll see is italic. So if you want to put your text in italic, you'll be able to do it. But also you have the, well, a way to make it faster. So here it's going to be Control.I, so our shortcut. So I'm selecting this text right here, and I can just click Control-I on my keyboard, and automatically my text goes in italic. So it's always like this. So if, for example, I bring my cursor right there, I will, well, here, for example, there is none of it. But if, for example, I bring it here, Control-B will allow me to put my text in bold, for example. Now, if I want to make my text bigger, how can I proceed? I can just go here and simply select the size of the text that I want to have. So let's say I want it to be 20. I can just select 20, and now my text became 20. If I want to make it smaller, it's the same thing. I can either change the size here or with those little letters right there. So here I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Here I can make it a little bit bigger. All right. Here we have some text effects. So if you want to add some effects to your text, it's also a good way to do it. Here, for example, I added some effects to my text. So I'll just write down this is text here. What I can also do is the format painter that is just here. I can select this, click on format painter, and change this text right here. Well, and then select this text right here. And the format of this text has came right here. I can do the same thing with my hello right there. So I'm selecting format painter. As you can see, my hello became the same format as the one right there. So let's continue. I'll just click on Control-Z. Now, if what I just did right now is I went back. So to come back, I can either click on Control-Z, either go up here, as you can see, and click on undo. So we'll just do it this way. If I want to undo, but on the other side, well, redo, I can click on Control-Y, or simply on the button right here. So we'll just click on undo, and there we go. We have our text. So what you're seeing here is simply Grammarly that is appearing. Now let's continue. If we want to add color to our text, how can we proceed? So pretty simple. We have two ways to add color. We can add color just to the text, or we can highlight our text as well. So if I want to highlight my text, what I can do, I can just go here and highlight the whole text, all right? But if I want to just add color to the text, I can just go here and add color only to my text. So I'm selecting the text and I am adding color to it. What's also cool is that I can select the color that I want to add to my text. So if, for example, I want a word to be in blue, I can just go here and put one word in blue and the rest will stay red. All right. So let's go on Control-Z. There we go. All right, next thing, the way we are going to present our text. So let's say we want a certain part of our text in the middle, another part, well, starts from one side. So how we're going to proceed, it's pretty simple. It's here, it's a way to align our text. So if, for example, I want to center my text, I will click on the center button. If I want to bring my text to, well, I want to align it from the left, I can click here. I want to align it from the right, I can just click here. And if I want to center all of my text, so you put all your text centered, so it's going to be like, I'm just going to show you an example. So I'm just going to take this part of text, I'm going to copy it and paste it. So here we go, I'm going to do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So you get the point. Now, let's say I'm using this element right here. As you can see, what's happening is that it brings it on the same line, as you can see right there. So if I want to align it from the left, I can do it this way. I want to align it by the center, I can do it like this. I want to align it from the right, I can do it like this. What's also interesting is that I can add numbers to the, well, to my text. So I can select all this text right here and add either, well, little elements like this, either numbers. So let's do it for numbers. We can just go here, click on it, and as you can see, we have different things that we can add. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can add A, B, C, D. So it's really up to you to decide how you want to present your text. Also, if I click on the enter button and then on the tab button on my keyboard, as you can see, here I can add subtitles to my text, if I can say it this way. And I can even add subtitles. So this is how I'm gonna do it. So you simply click on the enter button and then you click on the tab button on your keyboard. So you'll be able to add the sub texts. All right, let's continue. Now let's say that you want to have titles as well as subtitles. So how you're going to proceed? So it's pretty simple. What we're gonna do, I'm just gonna write text and I'm gonna say this is the title. Now let's say I have this text right here that I want to be the title. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna select it, and here I will click on the heading button. And there we go. So this will be our title. Now, if I want to have subtitles inside of my title, I can go here and I'm going to do the same thing. So let's say I'm going to call it, this is subtitle 1. Now, it's really important for the subtitle 1 to use the heading number 2, because here we used the heading and here is going to be heading number 2. Why am I saying this? Because you want your subtitle 1 to be part of your title. Because if I click on this button right here, what's happening is that my subtitle disappears and goes with the title. So here, for example, I can write some text. So text, text, text. And let's say I'm doing the same thing right here. So I want another subtitle. So this is subtitle 2. So I'm going to do the same thing. And once again, I want to use the heading number 2. Once again, here I'm going to have text, text, text. And if I close my subtitle 2, all the text disappears. If I close my subtitle 1, the text of the subtitle 1 disappears. If I close, this is the title. So if I close the text that contains the title, all the text will disappear. And now I can just open it this way. So here we go. This is how you add titles as well as subtitles. So if you want a subtitle, you can use the heading number 3. So for example, here we have heading number 2. If we want to have our another subtitle right here that we are going to call this is subtitle 1.1. In this case, we're gonna use heading number 3. So as you can see, if we close it, the text disappears. If we want our, so here it's 1.1, we want the 1.1 to disappear, we just close it. And this is how you can add subtitles, subtitles, subtitles. So you decide how much types of subtitles you want to have. So you can have the title and then hundreds of different subtitles, which is pretty cool with Microsoft Word. All right, let's continue. So this is pretty much how we can work with titles and subtitles. The next thing that we are going to talk about is how you can use Microsoft Word without having to type. So just with your voice, it's pretty simple. It's gonna be right here. So as you can see here, we have our dictate button. We can just click on it and click on the button dictate. So what's gonna happen is that you will be able to talk to Microsoft Word and the text will appear. So let's try it out. We're just gonna click on the dictate button and now it starts. So hello, write me a text, please. I don't want to be the one who is writing, so write it for me. And here we go. It has just written all the text. So the more I'm talking, the more the text is being written. So it's pretty nice. Once again, this tool is not 100% perfect, but it works pretty well. So we're gonna stop it right now. All right, great. So as you can see, this is what the tool helped me write in a few seconds. So this is why it's so great. So instead of having to type it manually, I can just talk with Microsoft Word and it types it automatically. Now let's continue. Let's say we want to insert things inside of our little Word document. There is many things that you can insert. So for example, you can insert tables, you can insert pictures, you can insert shapes, icons, and everything. So pictures, for example, if you want to insert pictures, you can insert pictures online from stock photos, from mobile devices, from this device. Let's do it online. So here, for example, click on insert picture online, and what you will have access to is various pictures. So we can insert, let's say, a bird. And here we go. We have a nice bird that has appeared inside of our document. So nice picture. And then we can make it a little bit smaller, but we don't need it, so we're gonna delete it. We can do the same thing right here. So we can insert shapes in the same way. We can insert icons in the same way. We can even insert videos, so you can insert YouTube links actually inside of your Word document. So if you do it, the way it's gonna work, you just click on it, and then you add your link right here, and then you click on the button insert. So those are all the platforms that are supported for the moment. So once you have entered your link right there, you just click on the button insert that is right here, and the video will appear here in your Word document. What's also cool is that you can insert tables. So when we're talking about tables, well, you can insert a basic table right there, like this, or you can insert a Excel document directly inside of your Word document, so an Excel spreadsheet. So if we click on the button Excel spreadsheet right here, as you can see, our Word document becomes an Excel document that is just here, is part of our Word document. And we can work on it directly as on Excel. So if, for example, I decide to create a little table, so let's say it's gonna be numbers. So here it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, let's say it's gonna be grades. So we'll write down grades. And here, let's say it's gonna be a random number. I'm gonna write a quick function. So a random number between 30 and 50. So here, number 1 has 39, number 2 has 50. So each time that I refresh this page, the numbers will change. And I want to make it in the format of a table real quick. So I'm going to go here, insert a table. Here we go. We have a little table that has appeared. And if I do it, like if I'm going back to Word, as you can see here, I have my Excel document that is now part of my Word document. So if I want to do some searches, I can do that. I can just go here and really select the grades that I only want to see the grades of number 1 and number 3, for example. I can do it, and here we go. I only have the grades of number 1 and number 3. So this is pretty cool. You can insert basic tables, but you can also insert Microsoft Excel tables with all their formulas and everything. So let's go back here. Let's delete all this since we won't require it anymore. Now let's continue. Some other things that you can do on Microsoft Word. You can draw. So really nice. All those things right here are used to draw. So if, for example, I'm taking this pencil, as you can see here, I can draw stuff. Once again, I'm not the best to draw stuff. So as you can see, here we can draw things. So let's go back. Here we go. There is also a ruler if you want to draw straight lines. So here we go. We have our little ruler right here. And let's say I want to draw a line on my ruler. So here we go. I have a line right here. And there I will have another line. Let me just take my ruler. I'm going to take this. And I want to draw a line. I'm going to draw my line right here. Well, not in the text. Okay, I'm just gonna delete the text. It's gonna be way easier to draw my line. Here we go. And here you go. So I have a line that has been drawn with the ruler that is just here. So I can take off my ruler now. I won't require it anymore. I can just delete my line. So pretty nice. You can directly draw on Microsoft Word. Sorry. You have all those things that you can use as well. So you have draw, you can, you can highlight things. So you can do pretty much all those stuffs directly on Microsoft Word. So as you can see, a really nice things that you can do. Now let's continue. The design is really if you want, let's say you have a complete document with a lot of text and everything. And you want it to have a certain format. Well, you can use all the formats that exist on Microsoft Word. Well, all the themes. So if you just bring your cursor on it, you'll be able to see all the themes that appear. What's important in order to use this tool is really to respect the format of your titles as well as your subtitles. Because if you don't use your titles and subtitles right here, it simply won't work. So really important to select your titles and using the heading and all the heading, the basic ones, and heading 2, heading 3, etc. All right, so we can continue. Let's say you want, we talked about the design. We're not really gonna talk about the layout. Well, if you want to change the orientation, it's right here. It's pretty much the only thing here. If you want to use another size, so if you want to print not a normal paper but another type of paper, it's gonna be here. For the orientation, let me just show you an example. Let's say we click on landscape. So here what's going to happen is that your document will be on a landscape format. So when you're going to print it, it's going to be printed on a landscape format. So let's bring it back to portrait. Now for the references, for the people that are still studying in university and everything, in order to add a reference, how exactly does it work? You can do it in two ways. So the easier way will be simply by clicking on insert footnote, and here you'll be able to add your reference right there. But the only problem with this is that it won't generate you a table of content after that. So a more interesting way to do it, if we can say it this way, is by insert citation and click on add new source. So here you go. And here you can add your source in the appropriate format. So the appropriate format in this case will be the APA. So you enter your author, the title of your book. So let's say author will be Yas Marco. The title, word, book. Year, it's gonna be 2024. City, let's say Toronto. And publisher, yes, publish. Here we go. So you have just created a citation. So your citation will be right here. It will appear there. And your teacher or whatever will be able to see it directly. Well, will be directly able to see your citation. So if we continue, this is pretty much how you can create a citation. And then if you create a table content, you'll be able to generate directly all your citations. So here you go. This is all the table contents that you can create. So if I select this one, for example, this will be my table of content with my title and all my subtitles. So pretty simple. I'm just gonna Control Z this since we won't require it. So this is pretty much all the basic things that you need to know about Microsoft Word. Of course, you have the mailing part, but you won't necessarily you won't necessarily use it. Maybe the translation, but the translation, the only thing that it does, it's translating your text. So just showing you a quick example. So let's say I'm gonna say, please translate my text. So we'll see what it gives us. So to use the translation tool, you simply select the text that you want to translate. You click on translate and you click on translate selection. You can translate the whole document or you can translate only the selection. In this case, we only want to translate, please translate my text. So we're gonna select it. And as you can see, it directly translated our text to Italian. So let's make it French. Here you go. So please translate my text in French will be s'il vous plaît traduire mon texte. So as you can see, pretty cool. So a pretty nice tool to use. You don't have to use Google Translate, for example, in this case. So you can directly translate it with Microsoft Word. Other things that you can do on Word is read out loud for the people who don't necessarily want to read their document. You can just select the text that you want to read and click on read out loud and it will
translate my text.
So as you can see, it will automatically read your whole document. So another cool thing that you can do with Word. So this completes our tutorial. So as you can see here, those are all the basic things around Word. It's not a complicated application, but a really nice application to use. So the more you use it, the more you're gonna see it's really simple to use. And all those little tools, well, you can use them throughout, whenever you use Microsoft Word. So really a nice tool. So that's it for this little tutorial. So once again, if you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, to subscribe, and see you in another of my videos.